Hi, everybody. This is Ray Lucina. I'm your instructor this spring for creative writing fiction. I just want to introduce you to the course site and walk you through a few things very quickly, and then I'll let you get down to work. This is our announcements page. When you first log into the course, this is what's going to pop up. Check this regularly and read it carefully. Usually, if I have changes or updates, or if I come across neat new resources I'd like to share with you, this is where they're going to be posted. When I think of it, I'll also send new announcements out by email, especially if they're updates or kind of midweek things. But I may not always. And typically at the beginning of each week, I'll post a brief announcement, kind of hitting the highlights for the coming week. So do check this frequently. This video will be linked to here as well as this text, and there'll be other things linked to through there from time to time. You should live in the content area of the course because D2L, which is our learning management system, allows us to link all sorts of resources together in this sort of table of contents menu here. What this does then is it brings together all the stuff you need to complete your work all in one place. The reason it's sometimes dangerous to go clicking around, especially through course tasks, is it might be that I've got, for example, an old version of a week 3 discussion board, which I haven't deleted, and I think I made it invisible, but it's still sitting out there and you can see it. If you're accessing discussions through the discussion menu, you might do that board as well as the one that's assigned, and then waste your time, not get points for that. So it's really best to access all the resources that we're using through the appropriate module over here. And then your grades, of course, you'll have to visit so that you can check your grades. Okay. You notice we use a weighted grading system, which means basically the final story is worth 40% of the grade. The weekly work is worth 60%. If I should for some reason cancel an exercise or add an extra exercise, it still comes out to 60%. So that's why I do that. It leaves us some flexibility as we move through the spring. Okay, the content area, each of these boxes will open up for you a week's work. Okay, or a module with resources, a kind of a collection of files. The very first one, the course resources module, I would like you to work through first. Be sure you read the syllabus. That's very important. You're always welcome to ask questions, but I'd rather you not ask questions that are answered already in the documents I provided you. That doesn't mean if something's unclear on the syllabus or if you just forget, that's not a big deal. But if you ask me a lot of questions off of the syllabus, I might wonder if you've possibly not read the syllabus. So do read the syllabus first, and then ask me any questions you have afterwards. Student resources and responsibilities, Delta policies such as disruptive student, academic integrity, these things are important. Attendance is important. If you miss a week of class, in other words, you don't post anything or do any of your assignments for a week, I reserve the right to drop you. And if you disappear, I will have to drop you because Delta's very keen on making sure people get dropped efficiently for because of financial aid. That said, don't assume I'll drop you. I don't want you to disappear for some reason. Your life gets busy, you just can't keep up with the course, and then assume I'm going to drop you. Attend. If you've got an issue, let me know. If for some reason you decide the course just isn't working out for you, if you're just too busy in the summertime to complete it, then drop the course yourself. Though I don't think I would like to see all of you roll through the next 7 weeks with me. These two little speech bubble items here are discussion forums. You'll see one of these for nearly every week where you'll share your writing exercises for that week and have a chance to read what other people have written. The help forum is a place to post questions if you need help. It's a great way to ask questions. You can also email me. You can set up a telephone conference, a face-to-face conference. That's perfectly fine. But if you have a question that either other students might know the answer to or that other students might also have, it's nice to post it here. When I answer it, other students can see the answer and then have the same question answered. Or sometimes you'll ask a question. Let's say you post something at 9 o'clock at night and I'm not on until the next morning. Another student might pop in overnight and answer that for you before I've even logged on again. Nitty-gritty on your short story are the details for the short story. We've got a draft due about midway through the course, and then the final short story due at the very end of the course. And then finally, and this is important, the rubric for discussion boards. do take some time to read over this because it will tell you basically how I'm assessing the weekly discussions. It's important because I may not specify, for example, how many times you need to respond to other students in a discussion forum, but the rubric will tell you that you need to post 4 or 5 times during the week. So one post would be your initial post, usually due on Thursday, and the other posts would then be your follow-up posts to other students, and those are usually due by Sunday. There may be some variance week to week. This is a folder where I like to build this just reflections by various authors on the writing process, on their own writing, on publication, and these will get added to, offered on over the course of the semester. These are actually all from the last run of the course. So dip in here. I may sometimes ask you to view some of these specifically, but if I don't, they're great resources, and you might want to check in from time to time. Usually if I post a new video during the course of the semester, it'll go to the announcements page, and then I'll link to it here as well so that you have ongoing access to it. And here finally is a weekly module, and this is what it looks like. And this is the last thing I want to tell you that's really, really important in terms of navigating the course. You've got this link here that says week 1 work, and then you've got your introduction discussion board, and then your first set of writing exercises, which will all be due this first week. This link here goes to what's called a checklist. You need to click on it to see the details of the work that's due, any reading, what specific exercises you need to be working on, and then you can kind of check them off as you work through them. This is where you will also see your deadlines, and this is very important. So your introduction post, your initial post is due the 14th. You need to follow up with your 3 to 4 follow-ups by the 17th. Okay, so if you don't click on this link, if you forget about this, you'll have no idea when things are due. Okay, so this is very important. Click on this. The reason I don't assign dates on the calendar is when you do that, it asks for the end date, and the end date winds up being midnight the night of the end date, which doesn't let you post things after midnight the day something's due. And I like to leave a little bit more flexibility overnight because I know a lot of online students are doing a lot of their work overnight. So use the checklists to make sure you know what's due for a given week. And of course, if you have any questions at all, post to the help forum. Sorry, I left our course. Let me go back into our course. I've got all my other courses here. Post to the help forum. Email me if you would like a face-to-face meeting. I'm not out on campus at fixed times during the spring, but I'm around and I can meet you out there easily enough. Or you can leave a callback number and I'll give you a call. It's best to contact me initially by email, just because I'm not in my office. A phone call or a note at the office might not get picked up right away. So drop me an email and then we can I can help you however you need if you've got questions or concerns. Okay, well, to work. I will be in touch with you again over the course of the week, but have a great first week, and let's enjoy this. Writing should be fun. It's a course. There'll be a lot of work, but this should be a lot of fun as well. So let's have a good 7 weeks.